From Interior Alaska's most trusted news source, this is the Fbx Evening News.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Stephanie Woodard. Daryl Clark has the evening off. Our top story tonight, temperatures continue to climb daily with lower 80s expected this weekend. Now this means the fire danger is also climbing each day. Already red flag warnings are flying in the interior and some small fires have been reported. The Alaska Forestry Service, along with local fire departments, are voicing their concerns that residents may not understand how serious a danger there is for wildfires over the next few days. One official stated that common sense and caution should be on everyone's mind this weekend to avoid a major crisis.
That we're in high fire danger, there are potentials for a fire to occur, and that we need to take a little bit of care when we're out enjoying the holiday weekend. And a simple thing of if you're having barbecues, watching where the barbecues are placed, making sure that there's no dead vegetation around them. If you're out camping, same thing with campfires, making sure that they're done properly. Unfortunately, because we're into the high fire danger, we can't have open burning and stuff like we normally can. But for the most part, I think we still can enjoy our holiday weekend just by following some simple safety things.
Now tomorrow night we'll show you how you can ensure that your house and surroundings are safe from wildfires. Without permission from Governor Walker, the Alaska House and Senate held special sessions outside of the state capitol in Anchorage today. Both bodies adjourned the special session called by the governor. Now this was done on the advice of legal services to avoid any legal issues before proceeding with a second special session. The Senate vetoed 11-3 to adjourn while the House voted 21-13. Both bodies immediately called for a second special session where new budget bills were introduced. House Bill 2001 and Senate Bill 2001 both include language vetoed by Governor Walker from HB 72 and a funding plan of a 3/4 vote to access the constitutional budget reserve. House Democrats blocked accessing the CBR to fund budget provisions in HB 72 at the end of the regular session. A Fairbanks man has been indicted by a grand jury accused of having sex with an underage girl. 21-year-old Lucas Sifter now faces 4 counts of sexual abuse and an accusation of possessing child pornography. Now, according to court documents, Sifter was caught inside his car with the girl. Investigations revealed Sifter had multiple sexual encounters with the 15-year-old and nude photos of her on his phone. Sifter was released on $5,000 bail. Trial for his case is set for July. Local groups that are against incorporating genetically modified organisms, or GMOs, into crops are taking a new approach to combat businesses who sell products containing them. Instead of strictly protesting corporations, they are also educating consumers on how to grow their own food to make GMO producers irrelevant. A local food security education day is being held at Pioneer Park this Saturday from noon to 4. The event is organized by members of March Against Monsanto Fairbanks and GMO-Free Alaska. The day will consist of a rally and free workshops that teach people about organic gardening, reading food labels, and feeding a family GMO-free on a budget. Event organizer Mindy Juliana says her goal is to help clear up confusion for many people who have heard of GMOs but may not understand them.
They think they know, but they don't really know. For instance, I was just talking to somebody on the phone last night, and she's like, oh, I know all about GMOs, and she goes, when I go into the grocery store, I just don't know what vegetables to buy. And I said, you don't really need to be that concerned in the vegetable aisle. She goes, I don't. And I said, yeah, don't worry about your salad. Worry about your salad dressing. So people don't necessarily understand what they are, so we're going to teach people.
GCI users may be experiencing outages this evening. Company representatives say a fiber line in the university area was damaged. Now, as a result, GCI has rerouted their primary network to a backup. The limited capacity of the backup network has led to some wireless issues, and the techs are on site working to repair the line, which should be up and working again in roughly 3 hours. All right, when we come back, the Salvation Army is getting ready to say goodbye to their current commander for a new assignment. Also, last night, diplomas were handed out to graduates of Hutchinson High School. Our cameras were there for the joyous moments. These stories and more when we return. Welcome back. The commanders of the Salvation Army in Fairbanks are being reassigned. Monty Bowen has more.
It was about 4 years ago that Majors Kevin and Tina Botchin came to Fairbanks to serve as the Corps officers. Now they have a new assignment.
My wife and I got our marching orders, as they call them, the Salvation Army. As of May 28th, that will be our last Sunday here in Fairbanks, Alaska, and we are being transferred to Hoonah.
The Salvation Army in Fairbanks has had to deal with some major issues recently.
We've had a lot of mechanical failures, a lot of just crazy things happening that has emptied our coffers.
An agency that helped the needy around Christmas each year stopped its operations, and the Salvation Army and other agencies tried to fill the void.
It actually worked out as a blessing, because what it did is it opened communications between the Salvation Army and Love Inc. and some other groups where we talked a bit before. That now we're really working together.
There were also cuts in funding proposed by the legislature.
That was a scary moment. We again, all the nonprofits, we got together, made our case before the powers that be, and they understood that by cutting some budgets, but the budget in some areas could actually have a much longer negative effect on the finances of the state.
Kevin said when they get to Hoonah, they plan to start some youth programs and continue the good work done by the previous commanders.
Fairbanks, I want to thank you for being my family's home for the last 4 years. I leave my daughter behind, and I send another one off to California as my wife and I head to Hoonah. You will be missed.
This is Monty Bowen reporting.
Hutchinson High School's class of 2015 left the land of the Hawks at their graduation ceremony last night. Reporter Ryan Grimes was there and has the story.
This is just the anticipation. It's just been building and building and building.
Over 60 Hutchinson graduates received their high school diplomas yesterday.
How did time fly by so quickly? I remember the first day of high school. We spent the entire day at the ignition program playing strange games and wondering why we were doing them. The rest of the year, we had fun with friends and explored what Hutch had to offer, both in and out of the classroom.
More than half of those graduating received medallions for a job well done in school. Hutchinson High School provides students with a focus on career and technical education.
The individuals sitting before me who are moving on to their chosen careers right now are already seeing the success that has come out of their hard work and dedication. You have so many unique skills and abilities that you have learned from the amazing staff that we have at Hutchinson, and because of this, you are set apart from every other graduating class.
And our Hutchinson High School graduates have worked very, very hard, navigated all kinds of academic experiences, and they've arrived here excited, maybe a little nervous, wondering what after graduation will be about. But they're excited about stepping into this next phase of their life.
Reposition your tassels from right to left.
I just didn't think today would come ever. Last year we were marshals, and it just kind of felt like we'd always be watching. And now that we're here, I'm, like excited but ready to move on. To leave.
Graduates, go ahead and throw your hats.
Congratulations to the Hutchinson Hawks class of 2015. This is Ryan Grimes reporting.
All right, thanks, Ryan. And of course, we want to say congratulations to all the graduating classes of 2015. All right, Joe Cook is up next, and he'll get you caught up on some upcoming basketball camps. Plus, Fairbanks is the home of a new star athlete. Find out who she is after the break with Joe.
Welcome back, Interior Alaska. Joe Cook here with your local sportscast this Thursday evening. There's a rising star in Fairbanks, and she participates in a sport that is on the rise as well. Here's more on Samantha Tolbert, the CrossFit star.
A couple of years ago, this was not possible, but now it is. Samantha Tolbert is a CrossFit athlete. The West Valley product and former soccer player is training for her third appearance in the CrossFit West Regionals, May 29th in Tacoma, Washington.
In 2010, when I started, I couldn't do pull-ups, and now I can, do 20 strict pull-ups, or I can do muscle-ups, and I never thought that was possible before.
At 5'4", 155 pounds, Tolbert has the title of Alaska's fittest woman. She squats 345 pounds, deadlifts 360, and her best time in the mile run is 6 minutes, 14 seconds. Tolbert is ranked in the top 5 in the West region out of 20,000 women. She also owns a number of records at the local CrossFit Fairbanks gym. Her coach and CrossFit Fairbanks owner, Kane Green, says she's the top athlete at his gym.
I've gotten to work with Sam now for 4 years, and By far, she's the hardest working person I have ever met. I can count probably on one hand how many training days she's missed in 3 years.
This is my lifestyle, really. It's not something that I do as a job, it's just what I live for.
Tolbert is a 28-year-old mother who coaches at the local gym and is majoring in nursing at UAF. She credits the community at the gym for support. That's a major part of CrossFit.
For example, her going down, there's entry fees, travel, she's a student, mom, she's training, she has so much going on that each year she goes, everyone gets behind her. So we make Sam Fan shirts, everyone buys shirts, everyone cheers her on.
The West Regionals include the top 20 athletes from Alaska, Oregon, Washington, and Western Canada. It's 3 days with 2 women's events each day. The top 5 will advance to the next round to compete for the grand prize of $275,000 and be named fittest in the world at the Reebok CrossFit Games in July in Carson, California. Joe Cook reporting.
Pretty good stuff there. And if you're a current student athlete or if you have a son or daughter who's into hoops, then the Alaska Nanniks have something for you. Both the men's and women's basketball teams will be holding camps in the coming weeks. The men's basketball team, they will hold their camp next week, May 28th through the 30th. Assistant coach Bobby Howard will run the camp. They will have 2 sessions each day starting at 8:30 a.m. for grades 4 through 8. Grades 9 through 12 will be from 1 to 4:30 p.m. The cost is $75 per camper. Women's head coach Cody Bench will have her annual summer camp June 8th through the 11th. This camp is for girls grades 1 through 9. It's $100 per camper, and each camper gets a t-shirt. Have a chance to win some prizes as well. Both camps will have skill development, evaluations, drills, and competitions, and more. Go to webster11.com for the registration link. Congratulations to all the college and high school graduates of the 2015 class. The high school grads have tossed their graduation caps before the high school student athletes. There's still some work to be done. This week is the final week of the regular season for high school soccer. Games are Thursday, Friday, and Saturday before the state tournament next weekend in Anchorage. And there are 2 more weeks of softball left. In Delta Junction, they will be holding a 3-day tournament which starts tonight. West Valley and Lathrop will host the Service Cougars this Friday and Saturday. Baseball enters this final week of the regular season. The big game is Saturday's Lathrop and West Valley matchup. The first MAC baseball tournament that will start next week. And of course, the Region 6 championships for high school track and field begin on Friday at 3 o'clock at West Valley High School. Delta Junction will look to defend their 3A sweep from last season, as will the Lathrop Malamutes, who also took the boys and girls titles back in 2014. And one UAF assistant coach is showing her team that she can still get it done. Kenzie Lane, formerly Apperson, won Sunday's Gold Nugget Triathlon in Anchorage. The UAF women's swimming assistant coach finished in 1 hour, 7 minutes, and 21 seconds for first place, snapping Amber Stoll's 3-year reign. Lane also won the breakup triathlon at UAF back on May 4th. Lane was second overall and the defending women's champion for the upcoming North Pole Triathlon. That event is scheduled for July 11th. And that's a wrap for sports tonight. Mike Schultz is next with your full weather forecast, and we'll catch you next time.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back into our Thursday night newscast. Mike Schultz with you once again talking about the weather. Not quite as warm today as we were thinking it was going to be because we had cloud cover move in, but still we're looking at warm temperatures on the tap for tomorrow and through the rest of the weekend. Could be a record breaker come Saturday. We'll tell you more about that in just a little bit. Nice photograph today sent in by Randy Fletcher looking across Summit Lake. What a great shot that is there. You see the colors are really beautiful and vivid. Nice blues. And as always, if you have a photograph you want to share, well, please send it to photos@ktvf11.com and we will share it with the rest of the audience. Your numbers look like this. 75, oh, I guess we're going to miss the numbers for right now. 75 degrees right now at the airport, I'll tell you that, and we'll get those numbers later on. As far as what's going on in our satellite and radar, you can see once again, we're looking at very, very small areas of cloud cover moving across the Alaska Range and wisping across the Fairbanks area. Anything out to the west is staying there because high pressure once again is dominating the overall scene. Now, as far as what's going on across the rest of the state, 70 degrees at Juneau today, 65 at Ketchikan, Anchorage checking in with 61. Kodiak, still kind of chilly, raining, 48 degrees there, and Cold Bay at 48. Up and down the west coast, cooled off a little bit. Nome, 33 degrees for their high, but warming up in Barrow, 45 degrees. And a nice day at Fort Yukon, 73 degrees there. Lower 48 weather, here's what it looks like. And again, we're talking about some showers moving across the Pacific Northwest in the Seattle area. Still 78 degrees, very nice. 82 degrees in Las Vegas. Some showers once again around the Los Angeles area. Thunderstorms rumbling over the Texas region, and things have warmed up considerably from Minneapolis. 74 degrees from the 50s they've had for the last few days. Down to the south, it's very hot, humid, muggy, really uncomfortable around New Orleans. 91 degrees there, and it's cooled off a little bit over the northeast. New York at only 62 degrees and partly cloudy. On the satellite and radar, you can see some of the showers and thunderstorms moving across the deep south, and then again, more activity moving across with this area of low pressure here, helping to spawn some pretty healthy thunderstorm activity, and some of it's even produced tornado watches earlier today. Now, the overall outlook is calling for a great flood risk for Memorial Day weekend for this area in the dark green. 3 to 6 inches of rain expected, and saturated ground is going to make it even more miserable, I should say. A lot of swollen rivers also expected there too. It's all being brought in by the jet stream. As you can see, once again, the jet stream taking a dive way down to the south, helping to roar back up, bring that moisture in from the Gulf of Mexico and increase that flood threat across the nation's midsection. Should be nice over the northeast, warmer temperatures also too. Well, back to Alaska for tomorrow in the northern sections, partly cloudy to cloudy skies at Barrow, mostly sunny skies in Nome. And yes, the flood watch is still in effect for the Fort Yukon area through 11:15 p.m. Friday, even a flood warning in some areas, so keep advised of where that is going on. And as far as the interior, well, it looks great for tomorrow. Sunshine will cover the interior with lots of warm temperatures, sunny skies, and temperatures of 80 degrees in the Fairbanks area. Tomorrow's forecast for southeast Alaska, partly cloudy skies for Juneau, and mostly cloudy skies for the Ketchikan area. Heading out to the southwest, that's where the worst weather, I should say. The isolated showers for Cold Bay, rain likely for Kodiak, and showers for Bethel. Well, down around the Anchorage area, we're looking at variable high clouds for Anchorage, mostly sunny skies for Valdez, and partly cloudy skies in Homer. Well, guess what time it is? It's time to start up our fishing report once again. And our fishing report brought to you this year by Life Med. And you can see the fishing conditions in the Valdez area. Halibut fishing is quiet for now. No salmon as of yet. And the Kenai River closed to king salmon until June 30th. No reds have moved in yet. And the Matanuska Valley, some kings are moving into the Little Sioux for the weekend, so maybe some decent fishing there possibly. And as far as our forecast for tonight, scattered high clouds, otherwise mild, 48 degrees the overnight low. Tomorrow's forecast, like I said, up to around the 80-degree mark with lots of sunshine to return. And the extended forecast, as you can see here, look at that. That's a star by the 83 on Saturday, because we might just set a record with that 83-degree temperature. It's looking pretty good for it, that's right now. It will cool off a little bit on Sunday, as you see the daytime highs once again rising back up to the mid-70s. And then we're also looking at 50 degrees for the overnight low each night.
Great, 83.
Yeah.
Bathing suit time, sun
And then
tanning.
also it'll be warm on the overnight hours too, so planting flowers is not a bad idea now.
Perfect summer so far.
That's a big thing for me, like living here, coming from Virginia, no humidity out here, but it's like those overnight, as long as the overnights are high, that's better, because it's like 75 degrees and it's like 30 at night. It's like,
we have a big variation, that's for sure.
Most definitely, but 83
All right,
sounds
good
good.
for Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
Get out
the
there.
Grills going.
The grill's going. Joe's the master cook at
of course,
his
never know where.
Of course, be careful with your fires.
Yes. Oh yes,
by all means.
That's for sure. All right, well, thanks, Mike. That will wrap up this edition of the Fairbanks Evening News. As always, we're glad you could join us, but before we leave you tonight,
KTVF and Bailey's Furniture are teaming up for a Spring Dream giveaway where you can win a furniture package from Bailey's valued at $2,500.
And this is the last night for it.
It is.
It
Tomorrow
sure
night we're
is.
going to announce the winner. But this week's mystery word is bunk. Visit Bailey's Furniture one more time for more information and your chance to win.
all right, bunk. I wonder what the other word would be.
I cannot
B?
imagine.
I think it starts with a B. I think that's safe to say, right?
Maybe so.
Maybe. All right, well, tonight on NBC Nightly News, how pizza crust helped police ID a suspect in Washington, D.C. murder. Now that's next with Lester Holt.
Pretty interesting there. Join us here 6 days a week at 6 and 11 or online anytime at webcenter11.com.
And that will do it from all of us here at the News Center. Have a great night, everyone. We'll see you back here again at 11.